Hello and welcomes back everyone. AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, and here I am also melting in the late evening. We are here on Dromund Kaas, and even though we've managed to grab a hold of the Trandoshan tablet, which will hopefully get Darth Scotia's bodyguards from attacking us when we confront him, Lord Zash believes we should also find a method of dealing with his cybernetic enhancements. She knows an engineer, but he is currently housed in another Sith Lord's estate, which is where we're going right now. As I mentioned in the back end of the last video, we may not deal with Lord Graffin's estate just yet, as there's plenty to do while en route. So, let us begin. Yeah, there's a few quests that require us to go into Lord Graffin's estate, so we might as well do them, get the prerequisites done, but we can do all the quests all together. I don't think there's any quests we need to pick up in Kaas City. Oh no, I'm lying. There is a quest we can pick up. But I don't think it's a one that requires us to go down towards the estate. But we may as well get that done while we're here.
Destination?
It's finally starting to cool down this evening, which is nice. I still have my tower fan here trying to keep me cool, as is necessary. So we have this mission terminal we need to interact with. Let's see what it's all about. Explosive discontent. Warning, enter the plaza at your own risk. Terrorist attacks have targeted the area. Patrols have deactivated multiple bombs in the city plaza, but are not certain that the area is secure. The Dark Council calls upon all abled bodies to find and disable any additional devices. We must locate and disarm 4 bombs in the plaza itself. Which is just down here. So we need to locate these bombs. And just dispose of them in this terminal. Happy days. Nice and easy. Where is a third and final bomb? There's a lore object here. A monument to Lord Ergast. Right, another explosive device. Where are you hiding? Ah, there's one here. Days, and we can go back to the mission terminal now. There we are, mission complete. And we gain the Sorcerer's headgear. What does that look like? we can barely see it underneath the hood, of course. We'll keep a hold of it. Never know we will ever actually make use of such a thing. That is not the thing we want to press. Level 35 for our next utility point. And we can now learn Extrication. Lowers the target's threat by a moderate amount. And if the target is a group member, pulls that target to your location. Oh, okay. It's a skill I'll probably not really make too much use of.
What dark secret shall I share with you? Be gone.
We'll grab it all the same. Okay. Is there anything we can store? No, that's fine. Right. Let's have a look here. So yeah, we need to head down to Lord Graffin's estate to find this cyborg or cybernetic engineer. There's multiple paths you can take. We'll probably try to take the most direct route if we can. And we have an exploration mission. Hadra's defeat. Darth Hadra has orchestrated a sly power play in the Upper Wilds, laying claim to a trove of relics that rightfully must be turned over to the Empire. Her disloyalty and audacity cannot go unpunished. Track down the seized relics in Hadra's encampment, and cleave through her forces to locate the Darth's personal stash. Darth Hadra's apprentice, Lord Arosh, will be guarding this precious cache. Silence the apprentice to teach her master the price of defying the Empire. So we need to recover 25 relics and then deal with the apprentice. This used to be what was known as an area mission. Normally when you got so close to Hadra's encampment, it would let you know you were entering another heroic area, and this was known as an Area 4 mission. These enemies now are made up of normal and strong enemies. They used to be made up of strong, elite, and maybe even champions, and you would need at least another player and their companion to assist you. They've made it much easier. Similar to heroic missions, there used to be heroic 2 missions where you could do it with your companion, and there used to be heroic 4 missions as well. But now you can do them all solo with your companion. So we're just cutting through Darth Hadra's troops right now. Happy days. Now we need to lure out her apprentice, Lord Roche. There we are. And that is mission complete. We have Hadra's token and the relics. We just need to turn those in when opportunity allows. Looks like we need to turn those in back at Kaas City, which is going to be a while, but that's fine. We will continue... Yeah, we'll continue down this way. Ah, there's a small encampment over here. We have another exploration mission.
See anything you like? Come again?
I used to be respected, you know. My word carried weight. One tiny mistake and suddenly no one trusts me. My troops were acting strangely, plotting something. Obviously, they were traitors. All the warning signs were there. The smart move was to kill them all. How could I know they were planning a surprise party for my promotion?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Sorry, I've been in the jungle too long. Forgot my manners. I'm Captain Georg with Imperial Reconnaissance. You have to listen to me. This time, I'm not being paranoid. This time, I've identified a major threat to Imperial security. There are Kubaz spies all over the jungle, and they're invisible. You can only see them when lightning flashes disrupt their stealth technology.
What are Kubaz? Are they our enemy?
Those long-snouted alien freaks spy for whoever pays them. But the Empire wouldn't contract them for surveillance on Dromund Kaas. The Empire's enemies are up to something. The Kubaz are here assessing our strengths and weaknesses for them. I just know it. Scour the jungle, watch the lightning flashes, and strike when you see a Kubaz. Kill the snouted scum and bring me proof.
Okay, so this captain, who is a little bit crazy, maybe just paranoid, but he truly believes that these Kubaz are spying and learning Dromund Kaas's various weaknesses. And you know what? He's not actually wrong. There are actually Kubaz here. We need to locate a Kubaz holo communicator and deal with 6 Kubaz spotters.
Anso wilok bardos, so gi inagangan gisar faur ises.
So, Thundering Blast proc twice there. Still no sign of... Oh, I see. So we call down the lightning and reveal some of the Kubas spies. And we did actually find a Kubas hollow communicator. Right, let's deal with the other spotters first. Might as well get this bonus mission complete.
Aha! A holo-communicator with Kubas markings on it! This will shut up those fools calling me paranoid! With this, I'll finally prove there are spies all around us. My superiors can't ignore this kind of evidence. You've done a great service for both me and the Empire, my friend. Take this, and my thanks.
Okay. Happy days. And yeah, let's continue journeying south for now. Try to avoid some of the local wildlife here. Seems again some of the Empire's enemies are reprogramming Imperial probe droids. And here is the wall. A massive structure that separates the most of Dromund Kaas from Lord Graffin's estate. There is a couple of people who would like to speak to us here. We're not going to speak to any of them just yet. In fact, the only one we wish to speak to right now is Sandor.
It is rare for a slave to rise so far so fast. That takes a very clever sword. I am the apprentice and voice of Darth Charnas. I speak in his name, and I would bargain for your services.
I've never heard of any Darth Charnas.
My master prefers to remain in the shadows, but do not doubt his power, nor his ability to reward success. I speak for him. I require individuals capable of gaining prestige in a society weaned on secrecy and madness. Individuals who can earn respect, if not love. I need infiltrators to eliminate an enemy of the Sith. You would serve well.
What sort of enemy are you referring to?
Our enemy is the Order of Revan, a cult of fools hidden at every stratum of Imperial society. For years, the Revanite heretics have secretly recruited military officers, powerful Sith, wealthy mercenaries, anyone who can add to their power.
What makes them heretics?
Instead of following the Emperor and his Dark Council, the Revanites follow a long-dead Sith Lord, tainted by Jedi ways. If you can uncover the Revanite leader's identity for us, my master will reveal him to the Dark Council. His destruction would be assured. All you have to do is join the cult. I can get you inside, but you must earn their trust.
Did you have a scheme in mind?
The Revanites have a secret compound in the jungle. Take this token to the cultist at the entrance. He will initiate you. Earn an audience with their leader. When you have seen his face, return here, and you shall have your reward.
You never really spoke about what reward that may be. But I suppose it's something intriguing we can look into. So we have this Revanite token. Okay. Let's see if we can find this heretic encampment. One thing I didn't actually mention at the beginning of this series was the time lapse between the Old Republic and the original Knights of the Old Republic series. Now, I think, and it's been a while, I think it's about 200 years, obviously give or take, since the events of Knights of the Old Republic 1 at the very least, which revolves heavily around Revan, of course, and some of his adventures. But here is the Revanite camp. There is a transport service droid here, if we want to ever taxi back here again in the future.
Did you lose your way in the jungle? You have my sympathies, but we can't help. We have no food or water to offer. There's nothing for you here, and strangers are not welcome in this place. You'd best be going.
I was given this token. Does it tell you anything?
I'm not sure. Ah, you do have the token. Someone must have had great faith in you to send you our way. Welcome to the Order of Revan, Initiate. Welcome to your new life.
What is this place?
This place is our haven, built by the Master and protected by the faithful. Here we leave our duties to the Empire behind. This is where the Master guides us in the mysteries of Revan, the one who began a Jedi, but grew into a Sith, and then something more.
Why would a Jedi join the Sith? And what do you mean by something more?
As a Jedi, Revan was a warrior who slaughtered armies. As a Sith, Revan was a teacher who trained 1,000 dark apprentices. Eventually, Jedi and Sith both turned on Revan. But instead of being destroyed, Revan was reborn.
If all that's true, why isn't Revan known better?
The Empire tries to bury Revan as a minor figure, out of fear. Revan was stripped of power, stripped of life, of memory, and left to rot. And still, Revan relearned the ways of the Force. The reborn Revan destroyed Jedi and Sith, and came to Dromund Kaas. Although Revan's life ended here, the Master preserved that life, so that we may learn from it.
Your knowledge might prove useful.
Revan mastered the light side and the dark side, war and peace. We seek to walk the same path. Take part in our rituals, learn Revan's path to greatness, succeed, and you earn the right to join us.
Then I look forward to learning.
Around you, you'll find your new teachers, Revanites who have spent their lives recovering the works of Darth Revan. Speak to them. Complete the tasks you are given. When you are through, return to me, and the Master will give you your final lessons.
Okay. So we must learn the words and the works of Darth Revan.
Come here. Come closer. You are among the initiates who wish to join our order, and this is good. But tell me something. You are here because of the Order of Revan. Are you ready to die for us?
I don't quite understand.
Consider carefully. For every Revanite must face the trial of death, just as Revan died at the hands of the Jedi and Sith. Death freed Revan, left him unbound from all oaths and promises. It paved his road to rebirth. Will death free you from your past?
I left my past behind when I became Sith.
Then you have nothing to fear. Before us is a path. Beyond the path is a cave. A cave dedicated to Darth Revan. Initiates fall on the path. Initiates are torn apart by things inside the cave. But initiates who reach the end are reborn. Remade.
By all means, continue.
Go. And you'll see. The path is here. The cave. The cave will be more trying.
The more challenging, the better.
Remember, survival is not your goal. Trust in the path of Darth Revan. We have nothing more to discuss. Go and return to me when you reach the end of the cave.
Okay. So we have a trial of death we must undergo. Before we enter this cave, there is a lore object here beyond the Revanite camp, protected by maybe a champion droid? Yes, indeed.
Aru Jamunja.
Hey! Yeah, an effective demolition droid. And a statue of Kresh. A name which will come up again. We learned about the obliteration of Kresh, which was an ancient Sith bloodline. Pure-blooded Sith Lords strong in the Force were born to the Kresh line generation after generation. Statues and monuments to Kresh champions could be found across the Dromund Kaas, until the Emperor declared the Kresh name an abomination and ordered all evidence of the family obliterated. We don't know what caused, or the rumour is that the Kresh bloodline somehow betrayed the Emperor. But no one really knows how, when obviously the history has been expunged from the record.
Martin Paus Wilpa.
Looks like someone may have already cleared out the route for us. After all, this is the Shrine of Darth Revan.
Is Frumadine Habans.
A forgotten Sith Lord with a collection of devout followers, still who even remembers the deeds of Tulak Horde. you'd think that with how much force lightning we channel through our body, we'd be used to getting shocked by now. Apparently not.
You return. Dripping with the blood of the womb, you are reborn. Your old life, everything you were, all of it is dead, buried inside that cave.
What was that place? It was strange.
Darth Revan's shrine. Every piece of Revan's life that we've recovered is in that cave. It's the last thing initiates see before dying. Tell me how it feels. Your obligations have vanished. Your past no longer burdens you. How does it feel to see the world reborn?
Like the power of the Force flows through me.
You've done well, and I'm proud that you've begun your new life as a Revanite, choosing allegiance to us first of all. Take this gift to guide you in your new life. It will remind you of what you've become. Leave now, and may the Force make you strong.
Ooh. We've become vicious. We've just become aligned to the dark side. Tier 1 as well. And with that has started some changes to our overall appearance. Hey, and level 35. Oh! A new utility point. Let's see. What do we have here in the Masterful tree? Or Masterful tier, I should say, really. Your static barrier crackles with electricity, shocking attackers for a small amount of energy damage when it absorbs direct damage. Reduces the cooldown of force speed by 5 seconds. Force speed also lasts longer. And polarity shift increases your movement speed while by 100% while active. Do we have force barrier? No. Not yet. I see. Okay, here is our next teacher in the Order of Revan.
Come forward. Speak to me. We're all students of Darth Revan, and I enjoy the company of initiates.
I remember when I was like you. I remember my trials and the joy of killing in the Master's name. You're so fortunate.
How often does the Master ask that someone be killed?
The Master doesn't have to ask. He trusts me with that burden of judgment. I'm Ladra. Once the personal assassin of a Sith Lord, I am now the serene protector of the Master and his students.
I contemplate Revan's teachings as I execute intruders and heretics. But I also guide initiates and help determine their trials.
Your wisdom must be great, Ladra. Will you share it?
Of course I will. That is how I honor the Master. Every Revanite's initiation includes a trial of the past, a rite to bind the initiate to Revan. Your rite will be very special. You will find the mask of Darth Revan, what he wore after becoming Sith. It's a powerful symbol of his greatness, long lost to us.
Retrieving forgotten lore is my speciality.
Then I'm glad to put your skills to use.
The mask is in a collection of antiquities possessed by my former teacher, the Sith Lord Grafton. It must be freed from that heretic, rescued in a rain of blood and death.
Murder and mayhem await.
Speak to Torun, our curator. He'll give you the spiritual guidance you need and tell you where the mask is. When your journey's done, bring the mask to me. Good luck. Welcome the peace that comes with serving the Master.
Okay, so yeah, we do need to head into Lord Graffin's estate. Ah.
What have we got here? I wasn't expecting a visit from any initiates, but you're welcome to stay and talk, in any case. I'm Tarun, devoted servant of the Master and student of Revan. What can I do for you?
I need to know where Darth Revan's mask is, and be quick.
So, Ladra sent you. She wants me to ritually prepare you for contact with Revan's mask, eh? A pointless ceremony. Ladra's devoted to the Revanites. She's also obsessed with that mask. Says it talks to her. Ladra wants the mask to represent everything Revan ever was, but he wasn't just Sith. Before his rebirth, he was both Sith and Jedi.
Now you've got me interested.
Good. I hoped as much. It's tempting to seek answers in material objects. Ladra will use the mask to teach that Revan was a being of only darkness. I don't want that mask becoming our Order's sole focus. Bring it to me. I'll keep it safe among a few like-minded scholars.
You don't exactly come away empty-handed.
I'm not after the mask for myself. I have no use for it, except for what it represents. I'm sure Ladra promised a grand reward for the mask. I can't match it, but I can promise your initiation will proceed smoothly. Will you help me preserve the real Revan? Or will you let Ladra overshadow everything with a Sith relic?
I'll bet that mask would look good on me.
I doubt it's in any condition to wear. Still, that would be better than giving it to Ladra. I don't have to tell you to be careful, but may the Force be with you. May it keep you strong and guide your return.
Okay, so the Mask of Revan is held in a secure vault. Okay, good to know. And that's why we needed to come to the Revanite encampment. Right, where are we at in terms of time? Oh, well. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's head over to the wall, and that's where we'll take our break. The next part of the series is probably going to be a bit longer. There are plenty of quests to do on the way to Lord Graffin's estate, and within the estate itself. There may be one quest we don't actually end up picking up, or we just may end up refusing it. But we'll look at that when the situation gets to that point. It's like, not as if we need the experience. But, yeah. Okay. We'll just park ourselves up here. Let's see if there's anything else I need to do before we call it an end. We got a skill. Level 36, next level for our next passive ability. Don't think there's anything else here. There's a few things I need to sell, but that's fine. No, that's not a problem. Okay, yeah, we'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll be on our way to Lord Graffin's estate. Thank you all for joining me once again. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so desire, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, though, take care. Bye-bye now.